Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Interstellar Dystopia. We are at session 6. Can you believe it? And what a session do I have in store for you? When last we had met, we'd had some juicy lore tidbits put on the table. We had Celine meet with a very powerful entity, gain a little more insight into how the universe works, and had a private conversation with a gentleman just as our crew entered the mass teleport and returned to the safety of the Sahara complex itself. Ooh, so many things to unbox today. As our crew has gathered, they are primarily surrounded, in the main facility, around the central security kiosk, looking through pieces of information, trying to face match who is known as Whistler, trying to confirm if there's anything at all that could maybe give them a clue. And we start with Jack Blackman. How appropriate. Now, Jack, it's not been too long since you and the others had been mass teleported back to the main facility, and the first thing you would have naturally done is hit that computer in search of info. Obviously, you're a very diligent head of security. So, this is where we kind of find you at the moment, and I'm curious, how does that look like? Paint the scene for me.
So basically, I think first things first, I'm trying to figure out where Whistler went with uh I'm trying to think of yeah. With Loretta. I couldn't think of it. I had a brain fart. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out first of all where he went with her, like what kind of location, if it's at all possible. I mean, in the database, basically, you'd think there'd be everything I could possibly need. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out if there's a location I haven't been to, and I also am wondering um a couple other things as well, but I'll probably get to those later. These are just things in the back of Jack's mind, really. But the main priority is trying to find out where Whistler and Loretta are at the moment.
I can understand why. So let's start with an info dive into the mainframe of the main central computer, looking through the database. We'll start with an investigation roll for the day. Your challenge is a 12 off the bat. That's a good sign. Nice round number. Do higher than a 12, and we'll see what you've managed to uncover from the database. And because it's only been roughly an hour or so since the mass teleport, you guys had enough time to readdress that you're no longer in combat. The enemy has been dealt with, but you're starting to dig. Your mind is starting to crank over data. So, what do you got for me?
I got a nat 20.
Ooh. Do you have any bonuses on investigation, just so I'm aware?
Yeah, I have a +4.
Okay, so it'll be a 24 total. Okay, so you're going to have a critical success. I was hoping you would. As your fingers are flying over the keys and you're just putting in your administrative password and you're going through picture, profile, you obviously see that there's people that have long been deceased. You haven't seen any of them, so you're skipping over their images. And that's when you notice that there's an active recording from security footage from outside the facility. You bring up one of the videos and you see the conversation at a distance of you and Jonathan before he gets blasted in the head. Whistler appearing and talking to you. Loretta up on the higher catwalk, sorrowful, tear falling down her eyes as she turns and enters the portal. And it's at that moment you have an opportunity to freeze the image and zoom in. And as you do, on the other side of the portal, you see it is not the barren wasteland of Mars that you are used to. It's a completely different planetary body. It looks colder because there's all types of ice and various types of muted tones. You notice, cataloging your mind, that Loretta was dressed very warm compared to where Mars would be. Large furs, deep layers. Same thing with Whistler. He was very, very well layered. After taking a look, you recognize that this seems to be the surface of Venus.
So they're on. Why are they? That's a whole other planet. There's no way they could. Can I do I don't know if this would be considered insight, like as to a possible reason as to why
Yes,
they're.
that would. That would be insight. Yeah, if you're trying to figure out what would their interior motive be as to why, yeah, that would fall under insight.
Yeah, because I'm trying to
So
figure out how the heck.
challenge is a 15.
All right. Wow, I got a nat 20 again.
On that
Plus
nat 20,
5.
as you're watching the video and your playback, and you're free, like you freeze frame on that shot. You kind of slow down and watch the tear fall down Loretta's eyes. She's full of sorrow. She's full of regret. She doesn't want to be here. She doesn't want to be a part of anything that's happening. And as your eyes fall over Whistler, you get two conflicting feelings. One of triumph and victory, and one of great tragedy and loss. As you were going over this information, you notice something. You notice that one of Whistler's hands is not normal. It has 6 fingers, for one, and it's not made of flesh. It is biomechanical. As you're going over and looking at their, general appearance and taking in information, something clicks. Venus is known as an ice planet. Ice is known to prolong and extend life. What if, and this is a wild thought forming in the back of your head, but what if they went to Venus to sustain life?
So all he knows right now, from what you're saying, and I'm trying to get this right, because these are the cards I have on the table at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Loretta's alive, survived somehow on another planet. So did this Whistler guy, who I have no idea what's going on and why he's there, or why he kind of looks like me. And yet, it doesn't make sense also because my son, if I remember correctly, there was a video of him that I saw, but I don't know what happened to him. Like, I don't know the in between, if that makes sense.
Correct. You're missing pieces. Part of your journey is to find them.
So now the question is, should I stay on Mars? And this is kind of what Jack's thinking. Should he stay on Mars, or should he try to see if he can go to Venus and try to because I think getting there through the ship might take too long, so there has to be another path that they're somehow using as a way to get there quicker, almost instantaneously, if that makes sense. So it's like, should he try to figure out what's going on Mars first, or should he try to figure out and see if there's a way he can get to Venus to kind of get more as to why they're there and all that kind of stuff?
To answer that question, you asked the DM a previous question. What part of the building have you not had a chance to access, or what parts of the facility have you not had access to? Since you had a critical success, I am willing to tell you that one of the areas you have not gone to on the facility is research and development.
Yeah, I'll probably. I think I'm gonna let the group know, because I made a mistake of not doing that last time. So I'm going to let the group know that I'm going to research and development.
Do you wish to take a head count to see who all is near you?
Yes, I would.
Do for me an investigation and let's see who you can notice. That's a 4 from the DM. I think you're going to do just fine on this one.
Oh yeah, especially with the +4.
Roll anything aside of 1 and you're fine.
23.
Okay, so as you are taking a look around the main facility, you have time to catalog everybody. You know that Louis is nearby. You know that Sir Bell is not far. He's been doing maintenance and tinkering with various things, making sure that he's fully charged. But you notice Dr. Farrell must have sauntered back off to his lab in pursuit of an experiment. You notice that Tyrus seems to be in his private quarters, resting after the large amount of excessive force in his last meetings, encounters with the undead. And you notice that Celine does not seem to be near you.
I think I'm gonna role play with Louis and Sir Bell then.
Absolutely. Then I will put 6 minutes on the clock, and you three can have a combined role play. I hope you have fun.
So, fellas, I need a little group.
I thought you were gonna say you need
to-
tequila. Excited.
I'm a whiskey man, but
Oh,
anyway, that's more your neck of the woods. If
I
I'm
drink
not being
rum.
too.
I laid off tequila. I drink rum. Wait, who's the one to drink tequila?
Since
Fucking use
when
that
do you
any.
not drink tequila anymore?
Well, since a long time. I've been 10 years off tequila.
See, that's the one thing I did not know.
Well,
we
you do.
we still need to catch up though. My God.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the situation at hand. I need a small group to help me go to go with me to the research and development part of the complex. I feel like there are some answers there, and I'll explain certain things on the way. But
First question: Can I kill anything?
there might be something there, and I'm kind of looking forward to that myself.
All right, you got me.
So we need to somehow let the rest of the group know that we're heading off, so that way they're not kind of wondering what's going on. So Bell, if you have any way of communicating that to the rest of the group, please do so before we depart.
First off, we have the intercommunication links. Second, I technically have Minibell. Actually, would Minibell still be in like the weapons or security room? Shape.
Could you repeat that, please? I want to make sure I fully understood you.
Would Sir Bell still? Minibell still be in like the weapons / security room?
Yes. They would still be in the main control area for the grid and complex defense area. So as you're familiar, when you last had Minibell assist you, they were left behind so they could operate mechanics in your stead. So yes, they are still hovering near the giant fire button that is near the ionic pulse cannon attached to the facility.
Okay. Is there like a speaker system?
I would say there is a central intercom system. Yes, I'd say there's a central intercom system. I mean, you've heard various recorded messages played throughout the facility already, so yes.
Okay, I'm gonna switch POVs to Minibell and just make the announcement that us three will be heading to the research and development area, and that to stay safe, to be aware, and that you never know what's around the corner.
All right. Your message rings out easily across the facility. I will return your time for roleplay back to you now.
Why do we gotta inform anybody? Can't we just go? We got the guns.
The last time I did that, I got an ass chewing. So
look, we ain't where we used to be. We could go, kick ass, come back, and probably get some drinks on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I know exactly what you mean. Like, you're preaching to the choir, but like, I mean, there's not much that I can really do at this point. We're not we're not just the two of us anymore. We can just go wherever the hell we want. You know what I mean? We've got a whole group to consider.
Man, the group. It's a 2-man army, big dog. 2-man army. Like Craig and Day Day.
Listen, I understand you wish to be a 2-man army, as you would say. But as far as we know, we are still the only people who we can trust. And considering I have barely met you, you are not on my list of priorities to keep safe.
You see, our robot here wants us dead.
I did not say I want you dead. I say I do not care whether you live or die.
Tomato.
He doesn't know you well enough yet. I've known him since day one, so it's going to take a little bit before his priorities are straight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like any person that you meet on the road. It's going to take a little bit, so just
Well,
keep that in
the first
mind.
thing they do is see my gun in my holster.
Listen, I have not truly introduced myself. We have not truly met. I go
Oh,
and try
Louis.
to shake your hand because the only interaction you've had with me is me shooting a giant laser cannon.
I shake his hand. Nice to meet you, iRobot.
You may call me that, but I go by Sir Bell or Shiny Top.
iRobot.
I have
That
never
works.
heard you be called Shiny Top before, so that is news to me.
It never came up in conversation. I always just went by Sir Bell because it is easy to say in an emergency.
I mean, I could call you Metalhead, but I don't call you Metalhead now, do I?
That
What is
is
it?
fine.
Iron Man?
I really do not have a designation that I prefer.
I mean, I've gone from Sir Bell to Mr. Bell, and it really doesn't matter to me as long as I've got a name of some sort. But I like somewhat of a formality. So
As long as you
anyhow,
remember it and everyone agrees upon it so it is not confusing, I do not see the problem.
Well, I'm gonna call you iRobot from now on just to get that shit out of my head.
Affirmative.
Good enough for me, iRobot. What about you, Jack?
yeah, let's go.
Thank you, gentlemen. As you say the phrase, let's go, you have selected Sir Bell and Louis to be your primary party for now?
Yes.
I see. All right. So you guys slowly start making your way towards the research and development facility that is attached to Complex Sahara. You know this to be past the area that connects to Dr. Farham's lab. It's going to take you a little bit of time to get there. It's a big facility. And that will bring us to our next player, Celestia.
Can you hear me well?
I certainly can. Celestia, when last we had been together, you were indeed part of the mass teleport, but you did not wind up in the main central facility area. You had wound up in one of the smaller connected areas near the med bay.
Is there
So I
anyone
asked,
around me?
oh, yes, indeed. Please roll for investigation. It's a 14 from the DM.
Hold on, I shall roll. Give me like 2 seconds.
You got it.
That's a 7.
I'm afraid you do not notice that anyone is near you. You notice that there are medical droids going about their day-to-day activities, basically autonomous, not even registering the people that are nearby. But you're not far from the main entryway. You could easily get there with a few steps.
Walk my way over.
Not a problem. Due to the fact that you're in space, all
Well,
movement is, extended. But you make your
well,
way towards
float
one of the
my
main
way over.
antichambers. You're gonna float your way
Float my
over.
way over because I don't walk.
All right, so you just kind of like gently hover up off the ground and slowly, through your own force, start moving. All right, as you make your way out, you see that Jack Blackman, Louis, and Sir Bell are making their way out of the main foyer area, away from central security, towards an unexplored region of the facility. Do you choose to follow?
No.
Oh, what do you choose to do?
Choose to try and go find Celine.
I see. I'm going to need for you to roll me an insight check to see if you can sense where Celine would be in all of this.
I gotta use my magic.
You're going to use your magic.
I gotta use my to find her. I got a 15.
DM rolled a 7, so yeah, you absolutely managed to smash that. So an almost micro psionic pulse leaves you, almost like sonar, and it heads out through the facility. And you notice, still not far from the planet's surface, just inside the breathable air zone, Celine is outside the facility right now, and you sense another presence near them, an unfamiliar one.
Can I talk to Celine?
Do you wish to try and connect to her telepathically?
Yes.
Then I will put 4 minutes on the clock and let you two have a talk of the minds. Have fun.
doing out here seemingly by yourself?
Me? I was the one who helped you all teleport away from the the cannon pulse.
Is there someone else here? I can sense a presence.
A presence. Well, you got that right. I'm near the egg, and something disgusting has formed from it.
See, I'd get closer if I could, but right now, I'm not feeling up to it.
That is fine, dear.
It seems that the others have gone on their own adventure away from us.
Oh, I see. Why don't I make my way to... Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, why don't I make my way towards you? Since they're out, it's better to stick together. Don't want any unnecessary combats happening by ourselves. You said what?
I don't got anything to say back to that.
Well, dear.
That's amazing. Yeah, let's stick together for now.
All right, dear. I'll find my way towards you. For now, just don't get into any trouble.
Real. Okay. I just and I'm just floating there, being like, I'm just floating there, staring off into the distance, because I'm like talking in my mind, so it's like I'm just floating there, like straight faced.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Celestia, as you are floating in the area of the main foyer of Sahara Complex, right? Because you've made your way out from the med bay out to here. Notice that security kiosk has slowly receded itself back down through the floor upon your arrival. A large pair of blast doors is slowly opening as you watch Jack and Sir Bell and Louis stride through it. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait for sleep.
All right, then I suppose you pass your turn.
Period.
All right, that would bring us literally
Girly
to
pop.
Celine right behind you.
Me.
I was gonna say this is gonna be a girly pop episode.
For real.
So literally, as we're bringing our eye in the sky from where Cody is floating through the main foyer, kind of taking things in with their eye, it comes to you, still on the surface of the planet, dealing with what's left of the monster's egg after it's been blasted by the ionic pulse cannon. You can see that blood, viscera, and bone and other things are leaking from the hole. And this well-dressed gentleman is kind of watching you and the egg's progress, quietly, regarding you. He kind of tilts his hat to you once, going, well, as fun as this was, I'm afraid I have finer places to be. I'll catch you next time, little one. And with that, he hits a little button on his watch, and you get a moment to look at this watch, and it's very similar to the one that Jack has. When he hits this button, a white glowing doorway appears not far from behind him. He gives you a little smirk, pulling a blackened cigarette out of his lapel, putting it to his lips and lighting it before walking. And as he enters the portal, you feel an icy cold blast of wind and the smell of raspberries, surprisingly, before the portal closes shut.
Ugh, I hate raspberries.
How do you take action now, I wonder?
Now, as for this thing is injured, right?
That thing is dead.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Bionic cannon that was literally fired off by Sir Bell last session was enough to render the creature into 0 HP, and it failed its death saving throw. It died.
Well, Before I go, do I sense energy from it?
You do not sense any energy coming from the remains. It's literally just slowly decaying on the surface.
Rotten
For good or
meat.
for bad.
Ugh. And you see her turn around, and can I like do something to make my way towards Celestia?
Absolutely. How would you like to flavor it?
I say like I was thinking like as our telepathic connection to each other, that it's like there's like a little tether, like a thread showing us where we were.
All right.
Or
So it's
where we
kind of like a
are.
little mental map. You can feel exactly where they are. Is that what you're?
Yeah, basically.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
You turn swiftly, walking back towards one of the emergency exit and entrance points of the facility. Within 40 or 50 feet, you're easily able to hit the pneumatic lock. It opens before you. You enter the general doorway. It closes with a pneumatic hiss behind you. The smell of fresh air slowly assaults your senses as you are back into the main foyer section of Sahara complex. And you see about another 30 foot to your distance, just a floating in the air, contemplating quiet Celestia.
and I would like to initiate conversation.
Absolutely. 4 minutes on the clock for your roleplay. I hope you both have a wonderful time.
Oh yeah, it's me. Celestia dear, I'm here.
It took you a little bit to get here. I've just been here, floating.
I see that, dear. Now, do you have any idea where the others have went?
Well, I can tell you they went through that way. I don't know exactly where, because I wasn't close enough to hear the conversation.
I see. Well, it
Hmm.
seems that. Sorry, I'm thinking. My guess is they're uh, f- going after his wife and that supposed uh stranger with her.
I
Whistler
see.
was it?
Yes, I do believe that's his name.
No,
It's just so interesting to me how he looks so much like Jack.
it's true. He does look very similar to him. Maybe we we can possibly find out more things around here, or we can go help them.
I mean, would you like to help them?
I will follow wherever you will go, dear.
I mean, I don't exactly know if we should follow them. I mean, Jack himself is a very interesting man already. Sir Bell's okay, but then we also have the new guy. I don't like him very much. He seems very quick to speak.
I see. Well, if we're not going off with them, we can possibly find something else. Maybe get more into a deeper connection with the gem. The gem you have, is it embroidered in you, or is it like what is it?
My gem. Yes, I'm still trying to figure it out. I know it has something to do with my father and his time working with other people, especially the other kingdoms.
Well, I
But
suppose. God,
I don't know why I was chosen for this.
you have a greater purpose, dear. It seems clear. But in due time, you will find out why. while in that time, we can definitely search for more answers. We can help each other. You see, I'm good at sensing magical items and magic. So I would be glad to help you find anything of importance or magical.
You're both magical creatures.
That
I'm
is-
more in touch with the stars in the universe, and you're more of magic-based, like spells and things. I have spells too, I just don't use them as much.
Well, you see, you'd be surprised, dear. There's a lot of magic in stars.
Yes, I do understand. But I haven't gotten quite the handle on it yet.
Beautiful, you two. As you have been discussing these things, slowly growing more attached, Celine, you feel the Astronomica vibrating and resonating a tone as you are close proximity to Celestia.
Well, looks like my little friend likes you.
Do you wish to investigate?
What is
Yes,
that?
I would like to investigate something that is, well, it's basically mine, but I found it recently when you were all dealing with that egg and that monster.
I will allow you and Celestia to do a combined roll for this. Do you accept?
A combined
Sure.
investigation check? Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, this is a combined total. So you both will have to overcome the combined total I roll. That's an 18 across 2 dice.
Okay.
That's not too unreasonable.
Investigation.
That's investigation.
I got a natural 20.
At 29, okay.
Critical success.
We put our heads
As-
together. We good. No, sorry.
That's great. As our brains combine, we are. Slowly, you pull the Astronomica out of your satchel, and it is glowing the closer it gets to Celestia. The moment, like, it's out in front of you, and Celestia's hand just kind of like grazes a scale across the side, one of the parts of the lock snap off, and the book flips open, wildly shuffling pages, until it comes upon a glowing constellation known as the Celestia Majora, the ice giant.
It seems to like you.
Goodness,
Do you choose
that's
to read what it says?
Yes.
Those born under the sigil of the Celestic Dragon are known to bring great change and catastrophe. They channel the inner ice of the void. And as you go to read, part of the page is torn. You cannot make out any of the inscription behind it, as
Interesting.
if something is missing.
Well, the page is ripped up, but my thinking is if I founded it on this planet, it might still be around here. Where, I don't know.
go look for it.
I would be glad to assist you find this page. It almost sounds like your name, Celestia.
It does. A lot, actually.
Maybe we can. Once we find the pages, there will be more to find about yourself and about this. I do want to learn more about this book.
Do too.
So you two are going to go venture and look for the torn page.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I'll say that both of you start making your way back towards the planet's surface, for it was on the surface of the planet that you stumbled upon the book in the first place, right, Celine?
Yes.
Beautiful. And with that, we will pass our turn to our next player for today, Sir Bell.
Affirmative.
Sir Bell, you have been slowly making your way out towards the research and development facility with Jack Blackman and Louis. I'm curious, what is your positronic brain taking in all around you? Are you categorizing every single thing? Are you doing research, looking through your own connection to the database? Paint the scene for us. What is Sir Bell doing?
Are there any like medical bots near, like the small ones?
I would say, due to the fact that you're making your way out, you could search to see if there's like a maintenance area or like a droid maintenance facility on the way. Because again, it's research and development. Obviously, they're going to be working on some things. So roll for me an investigation,
Okay.
if you would. Challenge is a 16.
I got a 12.
I'm afraid you are not noticing any access points to droid maintenance or anything yet, but maybe when you get to the actual research and development building, you might find a little more.
I'm tempted to punch the wall again to get more resources, but I figure that this place is already full of too many holes.
You want to try and punch a wall to see if you can find something?
No. I won't.
I'm like, I'm not
What I
saying no.
won't do- No, I know. I've done it before as a joke, but this place is already full of so many holes. Any more holes, and we're gonna stop breathing oxygen. Well, they are, but yeah, I'll just follow behind, and I would like to. Would I have anything like I don't know, like a small storage, like data storage device?
Yes, I'd say you easily have a storage interface where you could easily create a small chip if you wished.
I would like to start while walking. I would like to start slowly copying over, not replacing, but copying over my base programming
I see. So
to
as
this
you're
drive.
I see. So in order for that to work, Arizona pops out of your chest cavity and is kind of up on your shoulder, floating with you, as little bits of micro machinery and arms start working inside your cavity, like creating that storage bank and creating a storage facility inside there. So you could easily pull a flash chip out when you're done. You're basically manufacturing it inside of your frame.
Okay, perfect.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
Not really. I mean, Cerbel's just making sure that like we're going the right direction. I'm not getting like an emergency notice from anyone. Jack isn't acting weird or feeling extra sad or anything. As long as no one's acting weird, Cerbel is just gonna concentrate on making this copy of his base programming and just walking along behind them in case they need support. Occasionally, just like asking like basic questions to the new guy. Still haven't met him really.
So do you want to start off by asking a question, and we'll popcorn it over to Louis so he can proc that for his turn?
Yeah.
Be my guest.
Louis, was that your name, correct?
That's the name that my mama gave me. What you need?
I would like to ask questions. Nothing overly intrusive. I would just like to know. How did you get to meet Jack?
Well, you see, a little bird told me that they were sign-up sheets to do a mission. I was a rugged kid from East LA, wanted to do a little light work, got some gunplay, met this old greasy bastard named Jack, took me underneath his wing, taught me how to kill, shoot. I kind of like a sponge, you know. And then I did a lot of stupid shit when he left. Started my own team called Cerberus. 3 jackasses, including myself. One name was Boog, big booty motherfucker. One name was Minikin, a little short cat, and one name was Ajax. Guy had a tongue on him that did not know when to be quiet. Took down a couple baddies, found another sign up sheet, and next thing I know, I got cryogly janted. Ended up here, had no idea. Then I seen Jack, and it was all back to normal.
That is quite interesting. It seems that you've lived a life very different to the rest of us. Well, besides Jack. But even then, it's very unique.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm a mercenary. I'm a merc. You pay me, I do things you want me to do, take out the people you want me to take out. I'm an exterminator.
Interesting. And then after that, go back to work.
Louis, as you're answering these questions, I want you to do me an investigation roll, see if you notice any notifications coming across your security interface watch. That's a 17 from the DM.
I got an 18.
On that 18, you notice that there's an incoming message from Central Security and Telemetry. An incoming storm is moving across the farther surface of the planet. Not close to the facility yet, but off in the distance. But troublingly, you notice that there seems to be a rising radiation warning the closer you reach research and development.
Guys,
What?
Yes.
there's a storm a coming. And I ain't talking about your ex-wife, Jack.
She ain't my
Is it another
ex-wife.
zombie storm?
Honestly, I have no idea. On this damn and yes, she is your ex-wife. You always talk bad about her when we were in training, but you wanna know what? Take it as it is. It says that a storm is coming this way.
You mean your ex-wife? You were the one that was talking shit about her the whole time. And then as
First
soon
of
as
all,
she walked in the room, you were like, "Oh, hi, honey. How are you going?" Yeah, that was you. Don't put the blame
she
on
wasn't
me.
my ex-wife. She wasn't my ex-wife. I was just banging her.
Yeah. You mean your
Yeah.
mistress? Whatever. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah.
get up. We got a storm.
Yeah. Now, what were you trying to say?
We have a storm coming our way.
Not another one.
Oh, hey, iRobot, I got a question. If I give you WD-40, would you drink it?
As you go to ask that question, Louis, would you roll for me a dexterity save, please? That's a 19 from the DM.
I just matched you.
You have enough time to move your foot back as a blast of energy rushes up through the floor, leaving a hole in the bottom. And as you peek over to look down, there is an undead with its eyes smoldering as it just blasted Eldritch Blast upward at you. This undead has 6 arms, long clawed-like extensions on each finger, and is hunched over, snarling and releasing an inhuman sound.
Well, aren't you pretty? I point my gun directly at its face, and I empty the clip.
Okay, roll to see if you can overcome the armor class of a 17.
I did. Nat 20.
All right, so you're going to get automatic confirmed double damage, so roll your double damage.
1d10, or d10 basically.
Mm-hmm.
First one's an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Second one's a 10.
All right, 18 so far.
And the final one's a 10.
28 points of damage is deducted from the creature. It is definitely still standing, and it is not happy. Not happy at all.
Got a pretty face, a mother to love. Yo,
As
Jack!
you fill it full of holes, it has a reactionary action. It's going to belch a ball of miasmic sludge towards you. What is your armor class?
My armor class, it is... Give me one moment. It is, since we leveled up, 17.
That's a nat 20 from the DM. I need my 4d6s. You are
Alright.
not immune nor resistant to acid damage, correct?
No, I am. I'm a human. No, I'm not.
Nor necrotic damage?
No. Oh, this is
I'm
gonna hurt.
just making sure before I describe your fate. How does 14 points in necrotic damage feel?
Like I'm gonna need a fucking medic.
Yeah, you get blasted straight in the face, right past your scope, with a ball of sludge that smells of rotting flesh. And it
Medic,
burns.
medic, 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 medic.
I think you pissed it off.
The thing, get me a medic.
I'm not a medic. Get a
Great. I'm
medic
gonna look.
yourself.
I can
I'm gonna
heal
get.
you.
I'm gonna be looking like Deadpool. Somebody get a medic.
Sir Bell, do you choose to try and heal him as perspective pops over to Jack Blackman?
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I?
All right. Let me know. Are you using cantrip healing or a spell slot?
Don't believe I'm in a cantrip healing. So, am I allowed to use a second level spell slot, like upcast or anything, or is it just cantrip?
Oh no, you can go to a higher level spell if you want to burn more of your slots. Absolutely. I'm not going to tell you no. That's not my job.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to him and level 2 cure wounds. You get 24 health back.
What does that look like as you go to heal him? Explain what that looks like for all of us before we have Jack start taking initiative.
I want to say most of my abilities are a little thing that comes off of my finger. Like my fireball is like a little flamethrower or whatever that comes out like my pointer finger. So for cure wounds, like a small syringe pops off of my middle finger, and I just stab my middle finger into your neck.
Just, I can imagine his Sir Bell slowly floating up. This won't hurt a bit. Jab. That's great.
Not diagnosed by most doctors, but I am not a doctor.
Take me out to dinner first.
9 out of 10 doctors agree this heal was necessary.
9 out of 10 doctors do not recommend.
As you're having this
You're
interchange
welcome.
with Louis, Sir Bell, Jack, it is on you.
I have a question outside the table.
All right, outside the table. Game is frozen for a moment to address it. Yes. What is your question?
Did we take a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, just double checking.
Yes. And if you remember when we were doing our preamble, and I told everybody, make sure you refresh all of your stuff. You've had a rest since last session.
Okay, just wanted to double check that.
No worries. Glad to help clarify. But now that you know that you've got most of your stuff back, what happens, Jack?
I kind of shove as he's kind of Louis kind of in agony. I kind of shove him aside and take my guns out and look at the thing. I'm like, just shut up and let me handle this, Mr. Medic.
Suck a dick, Jack.
I'm not the one screaming medic and having acid in my face after I shot this thing. So, your problem. It sounds like a skill issue.
Oh, fuck you.
Let the master handle this, apprentice.
All right, Jack. How do you decide to lay the smack down?
I'm going to shoot it with everything I have.
Oh, man. Here comes the cavalry in one person. What have you got for me?
Hold on just a moment.
You got it. Creature's armor class is a 17 currently.
So I have extra attacks, so that's 4 hits. I'm pretty sure I have 4 hits. Armor class is what? 17, you said?
Yes, 17.
Okay.
As you get stronger, so do the undead. The whisper calculations. Math, math, math. Pain, damage, math, math, math. I'm looking forward to seeing how much this is going to hurt my creature.
5.
Unlike some other DMs, I don't mind when my toys are broken.
So I got a 19, 24, 25, and wait, let me get this right. 19, 24, 25, and 20. So,
Okay, so you're going to
all
have...
of them hit.
Yeah, they all do hit, but only one is normal damage. The other 3 are... Okay, so one as a flat 20 gets double. You have 2 that will get triple because you managed to overshoot crit by a certain number. So I just need for you to roll for me the combined damage and then give me the total.
All right, I'm going to use my grit points on this.
I had a feeling. You're trying to end this sucker quick. I can feel
Violent
it.
shot. I'm going to use violent shot on one of my shots.
I figured.
Let's see. When you make a fire attack against a creature, you expend one or more grit points for each grit point expended and attack plus 2 defiance plus 1 square. Attack is 0 additional 5 damage per grit point spent. Okay, this is going to be a lot of maths.
You chose a gunslinger. Welcome to mathematics.
I hate math.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
1, 2, 3, 12, 6, 13. I'll go ahead and calculate this. Hold on one moment. Let me get my calculator out. So that's 1 hit. And then 9, 5. Whoa, I had to spin it. 5, 6,
That's always a good sign.
5, 6. Whoop. Not what I want to do. Hold on.
The worst thing in the world. Making a math mistake in D&D. Oh, no!
13 plus 15 plus 4. Let me see if I've got this right. So 1, 2, 3. That's 1 hit. It's 2 hits. It's 3. Yeah. I got double on 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got, out of the 4 hits, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. And then I got to roll the extra damage on the 1. I'll do that last. So 1 is normal damage. Whoops. No, stop it.
Every mistake closer to having to redo math. How terrible.
So 1, 2. I got. Is that it? Wait.
While Jack is taking the time to calculate exactly how dead he's made this creature, remember to please hit like, subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with all of our episodes that are coming. Not only are we on session 6, we have a new campaign coming to the YouTube, and we can't wait to share the adventure with you. Thank you.
I think I made a record.
That's always a good sign. Fresh after a little plug. Ha, 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 murder. What do you got for me?
100.
100 points of damage. That is a new record for this campaign. Okay, so it's just like you are focused on pure rage. It's just blast after blast after shot after shot, just ringing through his body. And it doesn't even have time to react. It's just flailing around from all the shots. You leave it looking similar to a Swiss cheese. It doesn't have time to do an attack reaction. You have critically destroyed this thing. In your haste,
I throw my guns, blow the smoke out, and host them. That is how a master does it.
Funny you say that's funny how a master does it, Jack, because not only did you overcritically kill the creature, your shots went through some of the holes into the interior of the building. You are such a crack shot, you managed to hit one of the circuit breakers. Power suddenly flickers and stalls before the entryway you are standing in is dark, and all the lights inside the R&D facility have cut out.
See, that's how
man.
awesome I am.
God, huh?
I cut the power out. Now you can't see me because I'm that awesome.
Excellent
How do
shot.
your shame? How do your fucking shame? Master shot, master. The hell are you,
Hey, I'm so
Obi-Wan?
cool. The lights went out.
Uh-huh.
It blind. It's so blinded by my awesomeness. The lights couldn't even take it.
Stroke your ego, why don't you, Captain Jack Sparrow? Shut up
While
and help
they're
me out.
fighting, can I try to fix the lights?
I will allow you to try and interact with the damaged parts on your turn to try and fix the lights. Absolutely. Jack, unless there's anything else you want to do on your turn, I think we can safely pass it.
Yep. That
As
is
you're
the most damage
arguing,
I have ever done in a campaign ever.
as you are still kind of arguing over the awesomeness of the lights cutting out because of how cool you were, Louis sending insults back about being the master crack shot, Sir Bell slowly floats over towards the damaged area, beginning to try and do some efficient repair. As our eye in the sky comes over to Celestia and Celine, who have been making their way back towards the surface of the planet. Celestia, it is your turn.
Yes. So I'm sorry about the background audio.
It's all right, happens.
So, but I am going to try to do another planet sense if we're getting closer to the page.
All right. Difficulty in order to find it on the surface. Currently, that's a 17 from the DM.
Ooh. I'll try. I'll make an attempt.
You got it.
I rolled one lower. I rolled 16.
Don't you have any bonuses for investigation?
Hold on. I'm trying to. My stuff is being a pain in my butt. Hold on.
Not quite as much pain as that zombie went through off screen. I thank you. I thank you.
Yeah. I second that.
19. Okay. That's better.
You got to remember your bonuses to these things, okay? That's why I ask you to double check your stuff. So on a 19, you manage to hone your psychic senses down, following the same energy trail that is attached to the Astronomicon. And you see that there's a ping far, far from where you currently are. You and Celine would either have to use a dimensional spell or a transportational vehicle to reach where you're receiving this ping from.
I'm gonna choose to talk to Celine about it.
I'll put 4 minutes on the clock and let you two ladies clock it out. So, entertain us.
Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
I believe so.
So, what should we do about it?
Well, we could take one of the rides, or we could take a dimensional door.
You can create stuff like that, correct?
That is correct, dear.
Would you be willing to?
Of course. Anything to help a friend out. I'd like to use the dimensional transportation DM.
Absolutely. Time for your roleplay is frozen. As you cast your hand out, feeling the energies of the universe coalesce to your will, a shimmering doorway blinks into existence. And you see a little through the door, that is another part of Mars. There's a bubble-like facility, a small building, not attached to the majority of anything. You don't see any power running or any technology attached to it that's engaged, but you can see the building is dead ahead. And I return the roleplay time to you both.
I suggest we take it slow and be wary of our surroundings.
It seems like the best option.
Doesn't seem like any light source or anything in there, so I say keep close to each other.
Yes. Will do.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. Before we go in there, she's gonna hold her hand out to the book as she's holding it out. And I'm gonna cast the cantrip light. I forgot I had this cantrip. And I'm gonna cast light.
All right, so how are you flavoring casting light? Are you casting it above the book, or are you trying to send it out through the portal first?
So, actually, what do I have in my inventory? I can probably do it to something else. Oh, I have a I have a dagger. You know what? I'm gonna pull out a dagger and cast light on the dagger, so we have a light source when we go in there.
Your stabby light source has been activated.
Look, I got a lightsaber. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a light damage saber. Now, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. You hold up the dagger, and it is glowing bright. It is easily illuminating the darkness near you.
Okay. Are you ready to go in?
Yep, already.
As you both slowly step, or in your case, Celestia, float through the glimmering portal, you pass through it easily. Almost a sense of hot and cold crosses over your body as you hit that dimensional door. As you cross through the threshold right behind you, as the doorway seals up, you fail to notice that the entity inside the egg begins twitching ever so slightly. But you're on the other side of the portal, and as you step through, you notice that there is a small biodome facility that has various shipping crates and storage crates and all kinds of stuff laid outside. There seems to be some type of footprints that have been laid out, as if, well, again, this is Mars. Those prints would have stayed for a little bit of some time. But this facility seems to be like an off-site research spot. There seems to be no power going through it whatsoever right now, as if something recently deactivated power to it. Because you can still sense some heat from the nearby generators.
Seems like we're not alone.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's just
You
Let's
keep
could
our
look
eyes.
around a
easily-
bit.
You could easily enter the air zone around the biodome. No issues. Do you choose to?
Yeah.
You step through the little threshold, smelling fresh air waft over you. A little bit stale, maybe, from being inside the dome for a bit. But it is breathable atmosphere. It is safe. You still do not detect any sounds or whirls of machines. Just quiet. But there's a steady feeling, a presence in the air.
Quiet.
What do you do?
Too quiet.
Do we sense the presence already knows we're here?
That would be an insight check. Technically, this would still be Celestia's turn, right?
Oh, sorry.
I want to make sure that I don't get this wrong.
Yeah, sorry, never mind.
Yes.
No worries. I'm just making sure that we don't lose it in the role play. So yeah, Celestia, if you want to be the person to make this check, you may.
You do.
That would be a 19 from the DM.
Oh shit.
Gotta love the new dice, and thank you, Dice Goblin, for having them molded and crafted. They are beautifully performing.
Well, that's a 9.
I heard a whale. I'm afraid you cannot sense any life or higher thought aside Celine near you. Nothing is sending back any pings of sentient life. But you can sense the lingering traces of energy that are similar to the Astronomicon. What do you do, Celestia?
I am going to Not like fully wander off, but like step away a little bit to look around.
All right. So you move about 10, 15 foot away from where Celine is currently standing, starting to look through some of the shipping crates. You want to do an investigation roll for me? See if you find anything?
Yep. Anyway. Sure.
It's that one from the DM. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But it's all right. So let me see what you can do beyond that one. I'm sure you can throw anything, even a coin. Throw convention to the wall while we're at it, because that hurts. What do you got, Celestia?
Did you hear what I said or no?
No, I did not. That's why I was waiting. What did you say?
I said I got a 2.
You one-upped me in the worst way possible. The one-up syndrome on the worst possible roll. Oh. So, as you are searching through the crates, and you're just taking a look at things, you're categorizing. There's a couple of emergency rations. They're not as important, but you have them. There's some vitality vials nearby that could help you regain some HP in an emergency. Again, similar to the kits. You're not paying much attention to that. But your eyes pay attention to a data pad. And it still has the screen unlocked. There's a little bit of power left in it. Somebody didn't charge it, but you can still access the data logs that are on it. Do you choose to?
Yes.
You slowly scroll through the data logs as you recognize that the last person listed as being in this biodome was one Ollivander Rast. As you're slowly processing this information, we pop over to Celine.
She's.
So Celine,
Oh, go ahead.
What do you got for me?
No, go ahead. Describe it.
I was going to say, as your ally, Celestia is kind of searching through data boxes and storage facilities, the little crates and categorizing various items. They notice the data pad, and you see them looking through it and reading into it. That's just basically the scene that's before you. So how do you take in this world? What do you do?
I would like to roll an insight check to see if there's anyone here. Because as of...
Please do.
Okay. What do I have to beat?
That's a 17 from the DM.
I got exactly a 17.
All right, so as you send your mental senses outward, it's like a little sonar of sorts, right? It sends out, and it's take a couple of seconds before you feel a ping, a very, very weak ping. But there is some form of life present in the biodome. You don't know if it's sentient life, plant life, but it is life.
Is it with us, near us?
It is inside the R&D building, the little small satellite building that's in front of you.
And is that where the page, we sense the page? Or I sense the page?
Why, yes, you do sense the page. The page is inside. Sorry, my said that the wrong way, but yes, you do sense that the page is inside the building.
My dear, it seems like I found, or located where the page was, but the bad news is there's some sort of life form with it.
That's not too far from the normal. I guess we're gonna have to figure out a way to get over there. Or around it to get to the page.
Out of table, how good is your stealth?
Me?
Yes, you.
Hold on, let me open my character sheet again.
Are you choosing to be stealthy?
I have a +1 in stealth.
Okay.
So.
I'll say, why don't we take a quieter approach? Sneak up.
I guess we can try that.
Wait. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use one of my 3rd level slots to cast invisibility at a 3rd level, so I can both cause me and Celestia to be invisible. Ah,
All right,
did I
please
tell
remove
you
it
I'm
from
good at
your
the
spell
game?
charges. But the two of you slowly ripple and fade from view as your very skin reflects the near surface around you, almost chameleon-like. To all intents purposes, you are invisible.
And in her head, I say, we have to be silent, but let's continue forward.
Celine, you still have movement, so I will allow you to make the first moves towards the facility.
Okay. I go forward.
How far do you wish to walk?
How far is it for me to enter?
It's about 100 feet. You could take since you're stealthing, you can't really dash, but movement is basically doubled since you're, in space. Less wind resistance, less gravity.
Okay.
So you could get about 80 foot right now on a basic movement if your maximum is 40 before you run.
Okay.
So how about far do you choose to get, I wonder?
I would take 4. I would take 80.
If you take your 80 feet, perfect. You're within 20 feet of the main doorway. And you notice, as you're looking at it, it seems to be electronically activated. But there might be a manual override.
Quite interesting. Can I do like a... I don't know if I can do this. Can I do like a check to see if I can see in more? Like a perception, investigation?
You want to see if you can look in through a window, basically?
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Absolutely. Do me an investigation roll, and I'll let you have advantage, because there are windows on these facilities. That's a nat 20 from the DM. Holy.
I got a 23.
I hope the... Okay. That is beautiful. On that 23, you slowly creep up, and you put your hands against the glass, hoping that the shadows will block your view. It takes a second for your eyes to adjust to what exactly you're seeing. But it seems to be like a laboratory facility of some kind. There's machinery that has test tubes, beakers, there's Bunsen burners, there's various notepads, telemetry inputs. There seems to be like a specimen tank with something floating in it. And you see that there's a slumped over body on the floor just inside.
Seems like someone's either dead or asleep. And she says telepathically, sorry. Seems like someone's either dead or asleep, and they are growing a life form in a pod.
How do you respond, Celestia?
Yes, it appears so, I guess. We'll have to figure something out, or maybe figure out what it is.
As you are having this little mental conversation, our eye in the sky will pop over to Sir Bell. Sir Bell, you were originally giving some necessary first aid to Louis after he took a slime ball to the face that caused him some severe pain. And you're attempting to try and repair the power relay from where you are, right?
I was,
Mm-hmm.
and then I realized I could also just not cast light. I would like to. While I'm fixing the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, hiccups.
It's okay.
I would like to grab some parts from there and use magical tinkering to make a 5 meter radius of light.
Absolutely. Be my guest to take some various parts, maybe a little bit of a phosphorus tube or something nearby, and strike it in order to create light. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Perfect. So the entire area is bathed in light, and you can see the damaged wires and relays that are still smoking from the laser blaster rounds that have gone into it. Literally, they line up perfectly. When you pick up the corpse of the mangled body and hold it, every single singe mark is perfect to where they went back through the holes on Jack's barrage of blaster shots.
Also, since it is dead, would I be able to? I have monster harvesting tools. Could I just
Absolutely.
take this thing apart
You certainly can. You can surgically remove everything of worth you think you can from the body.
Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna start removing pieces.
Not a problem. Using a quick action, you very easily, with almost perfect surgical precision, start slicing up various parts of the body and putting them into specimen canisters that you're fabricating from the inside of your, chassis. So you've got arms, bones, various organs. All that stuff is now in preserved metal jars, if you will, with a pneumatic seal.
Can I get the heart, or did Jack shoot through the heart?
Jack obliterated that heart. In fact, he shot it so well, it's perfectly lined up with the hole through the main wiring assembly attached to the circuit breaker he blasted.
Damn. That's okay. You can do a lot with bone marrow.
True enough. But I wonder, now that you've gotten some of your various parts and pieces, what do you do with those that are not quite deceased yet? Are you going to repair the electronics, or what's going on?
I would like to. The thing that I use to cast light, do I have to actively hold it? Or is it something I can just put down and it'll cast light in that area?
No, you can literally lay it down, it'll hold and cast light, kind of like a lamp.
Okay.
You basically made like a magical phosphorus lamp, more or less.
How many are left? Because I zoned out. I had zoned out earlier.
Could you repeat that question?
How many are left? Because I kind of zoned out earlier when I was like, let me fix the lights.
How many are left of what? Undead?
Yeah.
There was only the one down there, and it got blasted to pieces.
Yeah, then I just keep working on fixing the main power.
Remind me, do you have access to the spell mending?
I don't think I do.
If you don't, then you're going to have to try and use your magical construction tools to repair. So you're going to have to do for me a roll for that, okay?
Okay.
Well, if you had mending, you could just basically repair it for free. But all right. Difficulty challenge for you using your magical tinkerer's tools to repair the circuitry and the wiring. That's a 12 from the DM.
What do you want me to roll?
D20 plus your intelligence bonus.
Okay.
For future reference, whenever you're doing things that you don't have the spell to just bypass and fix it, you're going to be doing rolls like this.
15. That's including modifier.
Then absolutely, you have no problem using some of your various integrated pieces and mandibles that you can swap out. Getting an acetylene torch, getting a soldering gun, getting a wire stripper. You jerry-rig back the power, and you manage to throw the main circuit breaker back in control. The area lights back up.
That is a lot better.
The pneumatic doors in front of you open.
I take the little light with me.
Absolutely. We'll say that you just kind of stick it magnetically to your chassis, so it's just like a lantern attached to you.
Yeah.
You have first action to head into the R&D building. Since you guys were heading there originally, you were outside the doorway when the undead struck. So, what do you do, Sir Bell?
I'll walk in and immediately start looking at everything.
As you cross the threshold, can you roll for me a dexterity save, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Hasn't that one from the DM? Oh, the second one. Why? Why now? Please.
Oh wait, sorry. I rolled the check. No. Save. Hold on.
Oh,
should have gone with. I really should have gone with that check, honestly.
What did you roll?
For the check, I had rolled a 19. Now I rolled a 6.
It doesn't matter. Even on the 6, you managed to succeed anyway. So you have no problem avoiding the thin laser wire that has been laid just inside the doorway as a sensor trap, otherwise known as a pressure trap. So your thrusters kind of harmlessly phase over it, not even disrupting the beam. You're able to take in that this facility is filled with all types of advanced machinery, stuff that even your brain can't process the use for yet. But there's large pieces of equipment. There's holding tanks full of some type of mysterious liquid that's glowing. There's specimens that are literally walking like little robotic specimens inside of an enclosure, acting like wild animals. This place is wild.
Can I see where the lasers had come from?
Absolutely. Just attached to either side of the doorway as a part of the security for this room, there are 2 laser emitters that are creating a thin wire beam just inside the doorway.
I would like to carefully break them. Or
Do
at
you
least
have
turn them
mantle
off.
trap? Yeah, do you have just mantle trap or handle trap?
Ah, no, I don't, damn it.
Then it's going to be a flat D20 roll plus your intelligence modifier against me, the DM, on this one. That's a natural 20 from the DM.
Yeah, I got a 13 plus modifier.
As you're literally about to like try to deactivate it, your mandible slips by a micrometer, and it triggers the trap. The doors on the other side of Louis and Jack Blackman seal shut as they pneumatically lock. And you hear glass breaking noise, Sir Bell, as the animal robot, like the little robots that are acting animalistic, break out of their cage as if you've triggered the security device for this building. There are 5 robotic droids, all in various shapes of animals, in front of you.
Robots, you say?
Robots, I say. And they are acting like wild animals. You do not sense any higher functioning form in them. They are savage.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
16.
The first one, a small imitation of a capuchin monkey, pulls a metal spine from out of its back and hurls it at you. That's a whiff from the DM. The creature is not used to actually using its augmentation yet, so that spine whizzes past your ocular receptor and lodges in one of the nearby walls, leaving a dull noise behind as it does.
Quite an interesting mechanic.
You have a chance to take an attack on one of the 5 enemies before you. What do you do?
I don't want to destroy them.
They don't seem to care as much about that in turn.
Well, yeah, my process is either I'm gonna win, but do I want to keep them as pets or do I want to use them for parts?
Guess you'll have to make that decision when you take your attack roll or whatever action you choose to take. And the clock's ticking. So, what are you gonna do? Lily, this is the moment.
What was the animal that just shot me?
The one that tried to attack you is an imitation of a capuchin monkey. It threw a spine from its back at you.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it with a laser pistol.
Armor class is a 10.
15. And
you go to hit it, no problem.
And because now I have proficiency in pistols and laser rifles and blades, I'm gonna vex it so I have advantage on my next attack.
Oh, absolutely. You managed to hit it though, so please roll for your damage.
Let me see. 12.
On 12 points of damage, you managed to perfectly aim one of those laser bolts right between the eyes of the monkey, and its like manufactured eyebrows rise up a microsecond before its head is blasted off, and its body falls listless, sparks flying from the neck. It has been rendered inoperable. 4 enemies still remain.
Careful now. I do
us
not want to destroy
Louis.
them all.
Oh yeah. I'll keep that in mind, but that does bring us to Louis, and it is Louis' ultimate decision what happens on his turn to those animals. So, Louis, you are able to see that a trap has been triggered before you. Literally, the lab area is all dark, and there's monstrous-style little robots, if you will, attacking. You even saw one try to attack Sir Bell with a flying quill. So, what do you do?
Am I standing up or am I still laying down?
No, you've managed to get up at this point. After being healed from Sir Bell, the adrenaline is surging. You're back up on your feet. You're not prone.
Well, I first get a mask out of my pouch. I put it on because since my face is now half burnt, and I have a mask on. I look. I yell at Jack. What do you want to do?
You guys want to have role play? I'll put it on the clock.
At a table, what animals are there?
Out of table. I was hoping somebody would ask. There's currently a lion-shaped android. There is a bear-shaped android. There is a snake-shaped android. And there is an orangutan-shaped android left. The capuchin monkey was destroyed.
I think I'm gonna try to tame the bear. You can have it, the other ones.
Wait, there's. Oh crap. Okay. I look at iRobot. What are you gonna do?
I wish to use one for parts.
All right. I guess I'm not gonna be killing anything. I tried taming one.
You
Which
can
one are you
kill
gonna?
them, just don't brutalize them.
Oh, trust me, Robot Man. I would kill them.
That's going in quotes. You can kill them, just don't brutalize them. That's a special phrase that we now earned today, folks. I love that. But which one of the animals are you choosing to try and tame?
What are the animals there again?
So we have a lion, the bear, we have a snake, and an orangutan.
Ooh, I want to go for the tiger.
You want to go for the lion?
Yeah.
Do you have animal handling in your skill tree by chance?
Crap, now I gotta go back.
Time to start looking, because that's going to determine how good or bad this is going to go for you.
Yes.
What is your bonus on animal handling?
1.
Oh my
So it's just a +1 to the base roll. All right. So roll your d20 +1. Do better than an 18 from the DM.
A 19.
Almost as if sensing that you are trying to connect to it, the lion slowly lowers its mane. Like the hairs were stood up in almost like a defensive manner. And they slowly settle back down, little sliding plates against each other moving. You can hear it. It goes down to its haunches and allows you to approach. You've chosen to imprint upon the lion droid. It is currently selecting you as its companion. So now you have this mechanical lion as your companion.
Calm down, Mufasa. Calm down.
You'll actually see that it has a name designation across its neck. TIX, otherwise known as Tick.
I'm gonna call you Mufasa.
Legally distinct.
Damn.
Legally distinct Mufasa. Okay, we'll figure that out.
I'm gonna call you Mui.
There you go. Louie and Louie. Now there's a mix. Your companion will have its own turn in combat. They do have their own attacks. We will go over that when you choose to, or if you choose to use them in combat. Okay?
All right.
So that should bring us over to our next player, if my memory serves correctly. And that should put us right at Jack. So Jack, you just watched your ally. Yeah, I know what you're about to do. Come on, hit me with it. Hit me with it. Do you have animal handling?
That bear is mine.
Do you have animal handling in your
Yes,
skill
I
tree?
do, and it's a +5.
Okay, here we go. The cowboy handling animals. I can only imagine why. Isn't that one? No!
I got a 22, so.
Oh, golly. All right, you walk up to the bear, right? Like the bear has just been kind of like standing there, gnashing its teeth, growling, and it suddenly quiets down. It sits back on its haunches, looks almost passive. You walk up and imprint upon the bear. This bear is now your companion. though you can choose to give it another name. You see that it does indeed have one. PQRDEX, or Poreg.
I'm gonna name you Leroy.
Leroy the bear has entered your service as a companion. They have their own attacks, they have their own stats. If you choose to use them in battle, we'll get onto that part. But you have imprinted upon the bear, and the bear is following you. But there's still the snake and the orangutan to deal with. And the orangutan is not happy. What is your armor class, Jack?
That's the laughing over the name.
I know you're having fun.
15, sorry.
No worries. No worries. Oh, that's a 17 from the DM. The orangutan is going to pick up the snake droid, doing a strength check. Let me make sure that is. Yeah, he manages that one. That was a 20 on a strength check. He picks up the snake, almost like the snake turns into like a straight leg spear. You see the head point out, the tongue stick out, almost like an extra blade, and it hucks it at you. Oh, I need my D12s. Hold on. I'll even get the Thanos dice out for this one. That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the snake slams into your body and causes a slight tear in your outer jacket.
Bad snake. Bad.
I love how you're mad at the snake when the orangutan is the one that threw it. That's great. As we move to a different part of the world, Celestia has been going through this data pad, getting information for who was last at the bio facility that they are currently at, this little hub of R&D. And they learned that the last person logged being in the facility was a gentleman by the name of O. Rast, or Ollivander Rast. Celestia, we cut to you as this information is coming to you. What do you do with it, and where do you proceed?
Why does it always have to be Ollivander? Always, constantly. Well, I would like to see if there's a way I can like get into these files more.
Absolutely. Please roll for me an investigation with advantage. That's a 7 from the DM.
Okay, let me roll real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna check my advantage.
I'm holding. I'm waiting.
I got a 9.
You just managed to squeak out on that. So as you are digging through the files, you see that the date that this data pad was logged has been years. The only thing that's been keeping this thing barely alive is the fact that it is receptive to solar rays out on the surface of the planet. So it's been getting power to keep it alive. But it is not a current data log. It is old.
It's old.
Yes. You notice that it's dated to a time where you were still in cryo on transport to this planet. What do you do?
Can I just like read it?
Of course you can read it. Last data log entry. Last known entry. 000X1. Black site. Epsilon Omega Delta. Last human interaction. Ollivander Rast. Administrator and Director for Complex Sahara. Last known leaving a facility? Missing. No information retrievable. Current status of facility? Inactive. You see something as a mentions to Project Lazarus, but nothing more than just a mention.
Project Lazarus. Maybe that'll be important later.
Where do you turn your eyes next, I wonder?
I would like to tell Celine my findings.
I will put 4 minutes on the clock and let you two have a little fun with this. Enjoy.
Celine,
Yes, dear.
I found this log in here. The last input was from Ollivander. But it seems like he hasn't been here for a long time. This was from way before we got here.
Isn't that the one
And
we saw get mauled by a zombie in a transmission?
yes, but he keeps appearing. He dies and he comes back, and he dies and he comes back. We see him like every other day at this point, so it's kind of weird.
That's quite interesting. A Horcrux, maybe? Or
I don't know.
can I look at the life form that's forming in that little stasis chamber?
Roleplay time has been paused. Why, yes, if you manage to roll high enough, you certainly can. Please do for me a targeted inspection, let alone an investigation roll, and do it with your higher bonus. That'd be a 17 from the DM.
I got an 18 plus
Wait,
4,
but
that is 22.
but it's my turn.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
It's my turn.
Shall we?
It is your turn, Celestia, but again, a character can think of something in their mind. So I will allow Celine to get some mental knowledge before I return the clock. So,
Okay,
on that
Pookie.
on that successful roll, you notice that there seems to be a rapidly growing life form, humanoid, and you see it has silver hair adorned its head. In moments where you once saw barely a cell inside the chamber, there now seems to be a teenager.
Celestia.
Now that the power has been restored. And please, take the time and have some fun with this. But just know, as you were talking, the power was restored to the facility, which is how you're able to see in the first place. Please,
I can
the
see in
time
the
is
dark.
returned to you both.
Sorry. Celestia, dear.
Yes.
I think I found. Doesn't seem like a Horcrux, but I think I might have found the reason why he keeps coming back.
What the heck is that?
Can I show her like a mental image or like?
Absolutely, you can pass on a mental imprint of what exactly you saw.
Yeah, so I send up. I send you a Snapchat of a
Snapshot.
growing creature.
Screenshot.
Yeah,
Screenshot it on your phone.
I sent it to I sent it to Celestia on Discord.
Okay, so that's very interesting. Maybe we should try to get closer to it.
Just make your way over
No.
here. Yeah.
Like to float my way.
So you're going to float your way over to where Celine is leaning against a glass?
Yeah.
Easily, you're only a couple of feet away from the main entrance. You kind of glide over, standing literally right next to Celine, with her face cupped in her hands, pressed against the glass, looking. Do you choose to do the same?
Yeah.
Without even needing an investigation roll, because you've had the mental image put into your head, you're easily able to see all the advanced technology coming to life within this building. And you see the life form growing inside the tube. Where once was a teen, there is now almost a full-grown adult. And you see, shockingly, another tube kicks on to life.
What in the hell? That is Not what I was expecting, but very interesting.
Do you choose to enter the facility?
Yes.
You float back over to the main doorway and you press your hand, because it's got like a little hand scanner to the front. And since you took the time to register your thumbprint and your hand in the central computer system, it accepts you as an administrator. The doors open with a pneumatic and the first thing that hits you is the smell of decay. It is strong in the air. And the first thing you see is a crumpled body, blackened, singed, barely even recognizable as a corpse, with a hand reaching out towards the tank. What do you do?
Looks like Sutton died here. Helene, you gotta come get a good look at this.
Yeah, I enter.
Is there any other thing you wish to do on your turn, Celestia, before we pass on to the next player?
I'd like to move closer.
Easily done. You move a little closer to the singed body in the tank. As a perspective pops to Celine. Celine, how do you take in this unusual scene before you? A burnt, ravaged corpse on the ground, various tubes coming to life, and a body growing rapidly inside one. What do?
Yeah, she enters the facility, and can I look at the system that's there, seeing what it's programming or what it's doing?
I'd say you could very easily go over to one of the terminals inside the building, see if you could access some data logs now that power has been restored.
Okay.
You'll need to do for me an investigation roll, and challenge is a 19.
Right. Well, 15 plus 4, that's a 19 in total.
On a 19, you are easily able to see that this building has been listed as a black site. It is not part of the normal ground, or let alone the schematics for the complex. But you notice has a very interesting moniker. Project Lazarus is known as a regenerative project meant to bring those that have died back to life. It seems as if the scientists here were trying to find a way to reverse the zombification process, but have so far only found a way to bring untainted corpses back to life. And it's as this realization hits you that the tank splits open in the front, and the silver-haired adult slowly but shakily steps forward and falls out of the tank down onto one knee, breathing raggedly, but very much alive. What do?
Do I know if Ollivander is friend or foe? Well,
You'd have to do an insight.
okay.
That's a 19 from the DM.
14 plus 5 is a 19.
You match the DM. You get a sense of neutrality from Ollivander. You don't sense that there's anything inherently good or anything inherently evil about this form that's in front of you. They're newly born into this world, in a sense. So they haven't had enough time to form an attachment to behavior yet, as far as you can sense.
Can you hear me? And she kind of snaps her finger at it.
The gentleman, having been shaky on his feet, starts shaking his head, slowly stretching, noticing his attire before slowly reaching to a nearby canister. He hits a couple of buttons on the top, and out is an entire rack of clothing. The gentleman takes a couple of moments to get dressed before addressing you. Well, I can say I do many things, but are you prepared for what I actually can do?
And that is?
Well, I am the one who made this place, darling. What did you expect?
You figured out how to bring the dead back to life.
Oh, no. Me, not at all, my dear. I am not the scientist. I'm just the one who runs this place.
I see. Is this where you are originally originally placed, or is there other facilities?
I was part of the original crew from Gaia Corps, trying to save the human race after our unfortunate constituaries' choices. It's been a hard time trying to find the answer to... He starts clasping at his throat as his body begins to rapidly age before you, turning into a blackened goo husk within seconds before your eyes.
Ugh, great.
It seems as if the process is not perfect.
It seems that whatever he was doing has some miscalculations. Now, I'm only for magic, so I don't know the science of things, but I can tell something is wrong.
Do you choose to investigate the pile of goo?
I want to say yes, but I'm very scared that it's going to be like a symbiotic thing, and I don't want to turn into Venom. You know what? Is there a stick around? Is there a stick?
I can say that there's various types of instrumentations, various pointing, measuring things, rulers, things like that nearby if you wanted to
I'm
grab
gonna
that.
grab a ruler and touch it with the ruler.
As you touch it with the ruler begins to melt rapidly, turning into molten slag.
Ah! Okay. A note for us, Celestia. Do not touch this black goop. Can I look at the data? Or like basically what is making these things in the
Absolutely.
server?
As you approach the main control computer, you can see that experiment number XXXX15 has failed, initiating experiment number XXX16. As you see another cell begin to grow in another tank.
Do I see what they are using? What chemicals? What biomass they're using?
Absolutely. You see that they are using cells from a host donor that is listed in cryo, as if there's a main corpse somewhere that they've been harvesting cells from. And they're using the remnants of the Evo 1 serum, which was used to try and create the perfect spacefaring citizen.
Can I was gonna say something. So it's harvesting at a location?
It's taken cells that it's had in cryo and is reactivating them with the process.
Okay. And this liquid, to make the perfect being, can I find anything on the computer of what it consists of?
I'll let you try and roll to see if you can.
Okay.
This is going to be a high difficulty, though. Yeah, this is investigation, and this is going to be a 22. Since my players keep rolling so very high, I'm going to have to adjust my difficulties.
I got a 19 plus 4. 23.
1-up syndrome. You notice that as you're looking at the chemical composition of the serum, something from your own homeland sticks out. There's DNA traces of an entity known as a mimic present in the serum.
Mimic. Do I know that creature? Are those the eaters?
Yes, you do know these to be creatures that mimic and copy in living and inorganic objects in order to lure people into a trap and eat them. They are extremely carnivoristic. They are predators and pack hunters.
Why would they put such a gene in a cure to make someone perfect?
It's as you're processing this information.
Okay.
Please continue, Celine. Sorry.
It seems like this is destined to be a loss.
It's as you're ruminating over this information that our eye in the sky pops over to Sir Bell.
Duh.
Now, Sir Bell, you managed to grab some of the parts from the android-style Capuchin monkey that got blasted to pieces. But there's still two more droids in the nearby area that are going to cause some issues. The serpent and the orangutan. Whatever do you do?
Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Holding.
Okay. I mean, I get advantage on next turn shooting one. Was it? Oh, wait, no, that one's dead. I mean,
No, you can still carry the Vex over to a new target because you already had it procced before the target died. I'll allow that.
okay. Yeah, then.
So which target? The orangutan or the snake? Which one are you deciding to put into your sights?
I guess snake. Yeah, otherwise, he's gonna keep dodging. So yeah, I'll shoot snake. And also, I forgot that I had infused repeating shot. So.
I see. So you're going to take aim at the snake. Please tell me, how does that go? Armor class is a 15. They're a light and speedy little creature.
A 9. A 9.
You are not able to hit the creature this time. The snake is just dancing out of your blaster fire.
Wow. That is unfortunate. Oh, wait. I have advantage. I forgot.
So you can re-roll that. So go ahead and re-roll it and see if you actually manage to hit the snake, and we'll see if I have to rewind time.
20. Not net, but 20.
A dirty 20 is a 20, all the same. So time slowly reverses for you as you take aim at the snake, and it manages to coil in just the wrong position as you fire and put a round right through its mouth. Roll for damage.
Damage. Let me see what the infusion does again. This magic weapon grants +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, making it what it's used to make a ranged weapon attack. I get a 14.
Beautiful.
So
okay. So you mean you add an additional +1 to that, so it'll be a 15 points of damage to the snake.
Okay.
That round goes through and blasts off the bottom jaw, and you see the eyes light up and flicker before it powers down, and all the tension in the body just falls flat.
Scraps.
And that brings us over to Louis. Louis, you've got your little lion assistant now with you, and he's standing not far from your flank. But the orangutan does not look happy. What do you do?
Oh, you poor, stupid monkey.
What are you going to do to the monkey? Well, the orangutan, but what are you going to do?
I am going to put my barrel near its face.
You're going to try and get up close with a ranged weapon?
Well, not close, but you know what I mean. I'm going to raise my rifle.
Okay, rifle is raised. You have it ready. Armor class, it beats an 18.
18.
You match it, so you're going to be able to do flat damage. No crits or anything of that nature, but you're going to hit this orangutan. So, roll for me that beautiful damage.
First roll is a 10.
Beautiful.
Second roll is a 9.
Beautiful.
And final roll is an 8.
Beautiful. So, that'd be 19, so that'd be 28 points of damage, right?
Yes.
28 points of damage. You see that you have left some singe marks and some holes in the outer chassis of the orangutan. Sparks are flying from where you managed to do some damage to it, but it is not depowered. It picks up a section of the tank that it was in, a metal bar, and it throws it at you. What is your armor class?
God damn it. I believe it was a 7.
I think it's a 17, but I want to clarify. So at level up, I think you said it went up?
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so enemy has to hit on a 17 or higher in order to clock you with the metal bar. That's an 18 on the dice, plus the creature's augmented stats. That's going to be a 22. That would put it in crit range. I need my 3d12s. You're basically getting crowbarred. Okay?
Pick up my arm so you can hit my arm?
That's 11 points of damage. If you wanted to hit your arm versus your body, you can try and put your arm up to defend. I'll shave off 3 points of damage.
I'm putting up my arm.
All right. That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage coming to you, and you basically feel that metal bar slam into your arm, and it dents some of the metal that's present there as your armor plating.
Son of a...
You can feel that it's impacted your hand a little bit. You have a -1 to your next attack roll.
Oh, I'm not going to use them. I'm going to send Mumu.
That brings us to Jack Blackman. Jack, your ally just got bashed, and he literally put his arm to defend himself, but he got basically bashed in the wrist trying to defend himself from a modified crowbar. And this orangutan is pissed. What do?
I'm gonna try to tame the thing.
You're gonna try and tame the pissed off. Okay. Okay. It is enraged currently, so it is resistant to psychic or compulsion. So you're going to have half effectiveness on trying to do your animal taming. So your bonus goes down to a +2 instead of a +5.
Okay.
That's a 17 from the DM.
Give me just a moment. Oh, I hit actions instead of skills. Give me just a moment.
No worries. I'm curious how this is going to play out.
I actually had a 25, and now I have, I think is it an 18? How much is? Hold on, let me check this.
Well, what's the number on the dice?
So it's a 20, not 20.
Okay, so that would be a 22 because it was the 25 reduced to a +2. So you get a critical success anyway. So the orangutan goes from being extremely pissed and about to hurl a piece of metal at you before just stopping dead in its tracks, arms going slack, mouth hanging kind of half open. Like, since it didn't kill you, its processor cannot literally comprehend that it failed, so it just stalls. That gives you an opportunity to imprint. Do you take it?
Yes.
All right. As you imprint on the orangutan, it accepts you as its new controller. So now you have a bear and an orangutan that are cybernetic droids following you. How do you take in the rest of the
this one Jack?
I figured. But how do you take in the rest of the laboratory facilities around you? Do you do any investigations? Do you start digging to try and learn things? What do you do now that you've managed to stop the robotic deterrent that was heading for you as a security measure?
I am going to do an investigation.
I figured you would. That's a nat 1 for the DM. No, why?
Another one.
Of all the times. Okay.
17.
It's okay. You got a 17. On a 17, you notice that there's all types of advanced machinery here, things you could use to fabricate various pieces, various enhancement chips, weapons, vehicles. Anything you could imagine to try and create something out of nothing is in this R&D facility. But it's more than that. As you're casting your eyes around, you see that there is a black box with silver clasps innocently sitting on a nearby table.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna investigate that.
Do you choose to open the mysterious box?
Yep.
Your thumbs come up, hit the metal clasps, and click, click. The little latches come off. You pry open the lid. And inside, you see a silver, glowing disc.
What in the hell is this?
Do you grab it?
Yep.
As you grab the metal disc, it turns into a flowing form of metal that encases the entirety of your arm through your gloves and your jacket. Your left arm becomes a solid living piece of metal. You can shape it in various ways. It stops at just above your left shoulder. So your left arm is now made out of metal. But more than that, you see that there's an interface that forms on the outside. The words Chronotech appear right by your wrist. And there seems to be an interface of some sort that you could act with. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I'm going to interact with the interface before I say, or before that, I say, I could get used to this.
You hit a button on the interface, your palms splay out against your will, and a triangular shaped doorway appears inside the R&D facility you're in. Air starts sucking into the portal as you look. It is cold. It is frosty. There's tall ice crystals forming everywhere, and a light layer of snow all along the ground. And you hear a mechanical voice, "Charges left, 3," emitting from your wrist. You notice, almost in a distracted, morbid way, that the entity Whistler had an arm made of black on the opposite side, his right arm.
It seems I have an arm twin.
What do you choose to do in this moment? Do you gather your allies and decide to enter the portal, or what do you do?
How far is that the telepathic link go?
Since you guys are using your neurochips, wherever there is life on the planet, because it's using local satellites to bounce the signal off to hit the other chips, you could send a message at nearly infinite range, as long as there's still a satellite to bounce the signal at. So who are you trying to communicate with?
Celine and Celestia. I know everybody else, like Ghost and or Louis and Sir Bell are right next to me. So, well, I might as well be everybody. Okay, might as well be everybody.
Reasonable. I'm just going to mute. We'll put a little bit of time on the clock. You guys have a little fun as a mass role play, and let me know when you're done.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm gonna go on a vacation. Well, not necessarily a vacation, but I'm gonna go off world for a bit.
And
Do I gotta shoot you like, oh, Yeller? Ah, my hand.
You're doing it again, Jack. You are making plans without inviting the rest of the group.
I know.
What's going on, Jack?
We have talked about this previously.
Who else
You
is
said
going?
we're gonna go get whiskey.
well, as for me and Celine are very far away, I suggest that you go with whoever's closest to you. I think that me and Celine will be fine for now.
I shouldn't be long. But even then, I don't know when exactly I'm coming back. So whoever's going is going.
Well,
So Bill, Louis, you going?
yeah. I'm your ride or die, big dog.
I would like to accompany you. However, I am not sure.
Look here, iRobot. You're coming along too.
I could
I think
always
we've kind of established that at this point.
use Minibell to keep track of here.
If you can even keep track of it at that distance.
That is true. I will figure it out.
Uh,
I'll
All right.
call
all right.
you.
And so it's settled.
Yeah,
Me,
we'll bring.
Louis, and Sir Bell are leaving the planet, going to this
Or
one. I'm
what?
pretty sure. Yeah, That's what I meant by a vacation. So I've got 3 charges left on this
That you
thing,
guys
so I'll
were
have enough to
leaving
get back.
somewhere, but not to an entirely different planet. Are you insane?
I said I will be back, and I'm pretty sure it won't take that long. I bet it'll be like 30 minutes tops, and then I'll be back.
Hold on, iRobot. How long does it take to get to a different planet?
Normally,
It's literally instantaneous. You see the little portal over there? It's not even going to take 2 seconds.
well,
See, shit, I'm on the other side of the map.
Yeah, well, I know, and that's the thing. You can't reach us, so it's like either we're going or we're not.
And plus, the dragon lady don't like us.
a lot of us are out of time in the sense that we are not in the time we think. We could walk through that portal, and it could be a second for us. But then 50 years or 200 years could have passed again.
Great. We're about to bust a Futurama. Ah,
Listen, my wife and possibly someone else I might know are through that door. So whether y'all want to go or not, I'm going. And I'm
either
not
way,
waiting another 50 years.
Well,
damn, you're old.
I guess I
Anywhere
wish
you
you well,
going?
Mr. Blackman.
Well, if this is the last time I ever speak to you, I just wanted to let you know that
I swear
I
to God, if you say
appreciate all you've done. And if I don't come back, tell everybody else that I'm sorry. And I did what I thought was right. So
With that, gentlemen, do you step through the portal?
yep.
I do
yep.
not.
Wait, what?
Jack,
What?
you and him have business with those people. But my business is to take care of the lives of the many. However,
Told you.
I take with the chip that I've been working on this time. Be ready by now.
Yes.
I am going to take the base encoding of me and go up to the bear
You're going to
and
pop the Sir Bell
install it.
protocol into the bear.
Yep.
You see the eyes start flashing through a number of colors before they settle on the same HUD display as you. And as you are speaking, your voice now comes from the bear.
You will now have a version of me.
So now we have Sir Bell, Mini Bell, and Sir Bear.
Bear.
Yeah, kinda.
Great, Yogi the Yapping Bear.
I can change
Or
the
something to a
personality.
bear?
I can change the personality and make it your own. However, I had thought it would be best for me to connect to these animals in case any less useful programming decides to act up and revolt.
So I take it the main form of Sir Bell is staying behind while the other form is walking forward into the portal with Louis and Jack Blackman?
Yep. Main body Bell is staying here, but the bear is going.
That's perfect. Jack, Louis, and the bear, you stride through into the portal, correct?
And the orangutan. Don't forget the orangutan. Don't forget
True.
Jack. Not the Jack. Jack Jr.
And the orangutan. So the other
And
Jack, the lion, the bear, and Louis and Jack make their way through the portal. It remains in the air for half of a moment before shutting closed behind. Sir Bell, you are now in the empty R&D extension building. It's all you for a moment until you hear a clanging sound, footsteps, spurs on metal. Do you choose to turn around and look?
Hello. Who may you be?
Well, Mr. Robot, I'm afraid we're at an intersection there. See, I can't let you know who I am, and you've already seen too much. So, we're at an impasse. How do you suppose we handle that, Mr. Robot?
Well, you see, my primary function is to serve.
Well, ain't that real convenient, Mr. What is your name?
You can call me your Reaper.
I think I'd rather call you my new toy. What is your constitution?
My con is, hold on. Let's see. That's like just base constitution?
Base constitution, no bonuses.
It is 16.
The entity before you is about to perform what is known as Dominate Droid. That's a nat 20 from the DM. You feel your alignment shift as you notice that this new entity has something very important to you. As you feel the presence enter your servos, you realize this gentleman has been waiting for you for a long time, Sir Bell. A very long time.
A pleasure to serve.
And with that, the gentleman looks at you. Mr. Bell, we're going to have ourselves a real fun time. But for now, we got to let Uncle Jack go on his little adventure. Ain't going to do us no good if he don't have all the facts now, will it? Come along, boy. We got places to go. And with that, he holds up his blackened arm, and a portal opens. You, Sir Bell, and Whistler walk through the portal. It closes behind you with a soft noise, leaving the R&D facility empty. And that is where we end our session today.